Friends of Grignr, Kings themselves, welcome to Elder Kings 2 Grignr. Today begins a whole new era. Today begins a new era as Grignr III, the well-spoken son. This is the son of Grignr Well-Spoken, who in turn was the son, of course, of Grignr the First. We've jumped to a different branch of the dynasty because, sadly, the branch that we were playing completely, totally, utterly wiped out. And people were quick to point out that once again, another raid had been wiped out on Dawn Isles. I think something like 4 Grignr, maybe even 5 Grignr have died on Dawn Isles at this time. Yesterday, we lost Grignr, who we were playing, a Grignr Gilded Axe, her uncle, her aunt, and I believe 2 of her daughters all died on Dawn Isle. If I'm not mistaken, Grignr Dragon Speaker, so that was the character before our previous character, also died in a raid on Dawn Island. What we've got to do is capture these islands, tear it down, and build temples across the whole thing. Condemn it. Banned for Grignr to enter until we can sanctify it, until we can make this place safe. Because this is how rumors start. And I think at this point, given that every Grignr that steps foot on Dawn Islands has died, maybe we're the guy that conquers it. Maybe this is the Grignr that conquers Dawn Island and ends the curse. I'm not sure. Either way, Grignr, the well-spoken son of, funnily enough, Grignr the Well-Spoken. You might remember him from a while ago. Again, kind of the fourth-born son, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the fourth-born son of the original Grignr. So we are a totally different branch of the dynasty at this stage. Lots of people have very varying interpretations of what this character should be, how he should play. I personally thought he was kind of maybe a bit more on the selfish side. He's ambitious, he's calm, he's fickle. He is also a schemer. This is something he's naturally ended up with as we're jumping into the character, of course, and he is an amateurish plotter. But more importantly, the ambitious trait is described as Grignr knows what he wants, and he's not afraid to try and get it. Strikes me as a very self-serving person. Again, given the whole scheming, the ambition, maybe you can interpret that in a different way of him. Maybe what he wants is what the people of the island want. We just simply don't know. Maybe he's prepared to go through any means to get that, hence the schemer trait. Either way, Toastina, I think, had the best take on it. Let's just wait and see how the character comes out. We shouldn't try and just predetermine a character based on some loosely defined nebulous traits when we first start playing with them. So let's just see what happens. Ultimately, he has a duty to his people. That's true of every character in Crusader Kings, right? You want your dynasty to do well, and personally, you want to do well, and you probably want your realm to do pretty well as well. Sure, maybe sometimes you might overtax the realm to make your own coffers bigger, but that's another thing entirely. So where do we even begin as this guy then? So right now we are training him up in martial again. I feel like all Grigners have we are ultimately a pirate realm, even if this guy doesn't have any natural interest towards it, even if he doesn't particularly care, obviously far more interested in intrigue. He does have a duty to uphold, and we do have to go down the plunderer, because that's just our government type. And he's in charge. There are things expected of him, and if he doesn't fulfill that, probably going to get horribly executed, right? Who's next in line, then? Our player heir is Grignr Grignerson. Grignerson. What a total mess. His wife is Grignr. He is Grignr. Wow. Okay, fair enough. This character is so our heir and successor. And honestly, we'll probably end up playing as this guy. I think he's pretty good. He's ambitious. He's stubborn, but he's calm. Very similar to his father, except stubborn rather than fickle. Unchanging in his ways. He knows a lot about money. This guy is actually the first ever stewardship character we're probably going to end up playing as. He's of course Grignr. Oh, he's a lunatic. Oh shit. Irritable. Bleeder. Maybe a little bit too inbreeding. Maybe a little bit too much inbreeding for this character. He's a descendant of both Grignr Greeneye and Grignr Well-Spoken, so he's probably the most concentrated Grignr we are probably going to end up playing as for a while. Maybe a little dangerous. He's also got a son, Grignr Grignerson. What a shocking change of pace, eh? Okay. Well, look, let's marry him off for a start. Let's see if we can find him a good marriage too. Shit, there are a lot of characters with that hemophilia. We've got to be careful of that because it's a severe health penalty. And if he gets into battle and he gets wounded, it's probably just going to kill him straight up. What about you, Hunchback? No, I don't need that. Any good marriage fodder? There's a lot of attractive people. Ooh. Robust. Hello. She is quite young, though. That's the only concern. She's 8 years old, and she is the sister of his son. Oh, no. Are you going to marry your your stepdaughter? Well, it's not really his stepdaughter, is it? It's his his son's half sister. His previous wife's daughter. Oh, this is a total disgusting mess. Sadly, it might be a necessary evil. She has that strength of Grignr that a lot of other Grigners just simply didn't inherit. Look, it's the medieval times. What are you going to do? They did far worse than this in real life, and they still do, to be completely honest with you. So this isn't that strange. They're not really that much related, right? How well, no, they are related. Oh, no. What related was she? Oh, this is Grignr Gilded Axe's daughter. Oh, so we're bringing the branch of the family back together. That's nice until you consider the genetic implications of that. Let's carry on. The guests depart from the feast. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for joining the feast. First thing we need to do is obviously help this guy out. He's inherited a lot of pressure. It's a totally different lifestyle to how he was just happy being an underhanded courtier, I think it's fairly safe to say, given that he did get that schemer trait after all. He's got a totally different life he has to adapt to very quickly. Let's put you on managing his domain, because this guy was heavily in debt. He's also a profligate after he broke down yesterday. Can we do anything that will help you chill out a little bit? Go on a pilgrimage. He is virtuous. Dragon cultists do value, but besides Grignr Dragon Speaker, this guy might be the most virtuous character we end up playing as, to be honest with you. Visit the market. Lose some stress by spending some cash. I think we might have to. Oh, look at what they've got for sale. They've got a Dragon Priest mask. They've got Azura's star. Oh, fine. Absolutely. Stress coping, the price we pay. I walk through the market in Grignr's Folly, giddy with excitement. Fabric, jewels, threads, and trinkets. I want it all. 2 of that. No, wait. 3. Good. Right, we've dropped him down a stress level. That's at least a good start. Let's put him through some strength training then. Again, he's got to adapt to his new life. Unfortunately, the strength training is probably just going to make him overwhelmed by stress again immediately, but that's just the price you're going to have to pay. It's the price of being a Grignr, right? He's going to make a lot of money. He's going to have a life of glory and probably die a violent, horrible death, which is probably good. You got to bear that in mind. Oh, God. That jumped up significantly. Maybe we stop with the training after all. Bloody hell, you got 1 training session and it almost broke him. Oh, crap. Okay, let's just put that one on pause for a while. Oh, Winter Soldier is good. Hey. Oh my God, it's hemophilia. Oh my God, we're probably going to die as well. Oh, Elduin, how could you do this to Grignr? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me? Instead, he was blameless, my perfect son. Life had so much in store for him. What is going on? In the last kind of cumulative 20 minutes of this series, including the end of last episode, we've lost like 5 Grigners. Oh my God, overwhelmed by stress again. If we don't hurry up and get rid of this within, what is it, like 6 months, he'll have another breakdown. Fuck! Okay, life has never been easy, but it feels like the loss of my son Grignr has pushed me over the edge. Really glad I didn't spend like 5 minutes talking about how good this kid will be as a successor. I still remember him as a baby, so tiny, so fragile, despite that he survived growing up, growing older until now, when he suddenly stopped. Oh God, it is hard, but Grignr can help me get through this. He's gonna confide in his wife. Honestly, that's kind of nice. Manage grief for 5 years. He'll lose his skills, but it's that or he'll lose his bloody life. He's gonna have a heart attack from the stress. We'll lose 42 stress if you're... Oh, it's 5 years. Okay, fair enough. If you're stressed in 5 years, suffer another mental break. We gain Confider. We gain +1 diplomacy. But we do get 20% stress loss, so this could be a great turnaround. Remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. This is a great way to maybe redeem this character. Maybe this is a new leaf for him. His wife is 45. It's unlikely they're going to have any more kids at this point, unfortunately. He did take that concubine. Mabionel Everstrong. Oh, I remember she hates him, right? Oh, maybe this is how they can turn things around a little bit. Their mutual loss. Maybe it'll bring them together when they were so driven apart. Anyway, we need to definitely marry them off because this is a total mess, right? Solvar. No. We need like ladies to breed with. Horrible way to phrase that, but unfortunately it is the truth here. Female. Yes, please. Okay. We need preferably strong women who aren't related. The problem with being on such a small island as such a weak ruler, the strongest characters are all going to be related to original Grignr, right? What a mess. What a total mess. Maybe there's someone in the character finder that we could dig up. Somebody said there's an option in this character finder mod, when it survives, to stop it calculating who to look for. You can put a pause in it until you finish setting up the filters. How do we do that then? That would be a very useful button. Here we are. Apply sorting and filters right away. So we turn that one off. Then we refresh it manually when we've applied the filters. That way it won't be laggy as we're trying to update it, right? Genius idea. Right, I think I'm going to set up some filters then, quickly. I'll pause it, and then we'll go through and see if we can just try and find any character that matches these traits, I think. Okay, unlike the base game, it looks as if you can't rename them, so this one's just going to be 0. So I've set it up for any unmarried women within diplomatic range that have any good genetic traits. So this will include elves, which we'll just have to kind of ignore because obviously they've got lower fertility anyway. But I've sorted by age, so we can just kind of scroll down to 20s, 30s, something like that, and that should narrow it down to humans more or less. Then what I want to do is I've saved this as 1. We want to do the same thing, but for men, I suppose. I can always just reload it later on and flip that over there. That's not really a problem. All right, let's have a look then, see if there are any good. Wait, unmarried human women. There aren't any below the age of 65? No, maybe that's just not... Oh, it's just showing 100 characters. Let's show all characters. Now, bear in mind, there are 19,000 characters in the game, so this mod is good, but you are indexing 19,000 things. So, of course, can be very slow. I'm not sure how well it will work on, say, lower-end laptops or something like that. It might lag a little bit too much. Ooh, she's bloody good. Reach folk. Ooh, she... Hello. Attuned, but bleeder too. We want to kind of avoid that one, don't we? I'm looking for people who are preferably like Nordic. That would be good. Can we say trait groups and then I was kind of hoping we could say like either Hale, Robust, or Herculean, but I think you can only have one at a time. Because if you enable all 3, it's looking for all 3 traits. We can't say Hale or Robust or Herculean as far as I know. There might be a way to set that up, but it seems like you can just toggle it on and off. So let's refresh that. I've got to look for the physical strength in these characters, right? Ooh, hello there. There is someone. Kaya. Arranged marriage. Can we at least get her to our court? So this guy gets to decide. Okay, I think we can probably do something with that. Oh, shit. I might have to try and move heaven and earth here to bring her over. I'll also sort by strong, too, just to see if we can find someone else, but this has been something I've been neglecting for a long time. It's kind of slow going, because, again, we've got to use, like, a lot of interfaces. We've got to do a lot of... do whatever we can, really, to bring them over to our court here. Wow, she's the only really viable Amazonian in the world. Let's see what we can do. As much as I like a potentially emerging story here, we do also have to consider that there are 8 living members of the Grignr dynasty at this point. One of which is our current character, one of which is his wife. I think maybe we divorce them. Maybe he would divorce him. Maybe like this is it. This is a sign that we just can't be. They hate one another. For a start, they count as rivals. He hates her. She doesn't necessarily hate him so much, but he's minus 30 opinion. Oh man, I think. What do you think we get rid of her? We go for Kaya instead. Grignr has heard rumors across the world of a mighty powerful woman. And I'm afraid to say I think we might have to do this just to keep the series going. I don't like metagaming it like this, but my god. If we get any more... I mean, look, the inbreeding has clearly cost us a consequence. The Grigners are idiots. They don't know any better, but the court physician is going to know better, and he's going to say, my lord, you shouldn't marry your family members. It can lead to terrible, terrible consequences, as we've seen. And I think even a Grignr, as stupid as he is, with his 8 learning, will know that maybe this is wrong. Maybe this is wrong. I'm sorry. I think we're going to have to get rid of it. Let's see if we can find a way to marry her. If not, we'll just look for somebody slightly weaker. But obviously, we only want the best, right, for Grignr. Will you marry? Will not accept. Why? Opinion of us is very low. Different faith. She's important to him. Oh, shit. She's his steward. We can convince him here. Let's sway him. And then, we don't really give a shit about her opinion. We could try and abduct her. We could try and... I wonder if we, like... If we seduce her, whether that would be any impact at all on this. I don't believe it is, because I think it's all about Yeah, like, her opinion of us is totally irrelevant, isn't it? And with our characters Hale and her Amazonian, maybe that could do something for us. That could be quite good. I think we've just got to try it, eh? Hello! I would like to see that your young grandson, Grignr, is raised by Mikhail Shattershield. No, we will raise the Grigners. Somebody has to, for God's sake. These poor children, we've barely got a dynasty left at this point. Your player, Aaron Granson. Who? Okay, well, let's have a look and see who we actually want to vote in as Grignr's heir right now. Succession, and then how do I vote specifically? Designate heir change. Why? We can't designate an heir. Oh, well, how do... We can just vote, though, right? I'm not going crazy? How do I vote? I have no idea how this works. How dare you? We did set up... I thought because we were a pirate realm, we could vote on succession. Pirate share. Yeah. We'll decide if they follow your heir. Oh, under pirate share, each county will decide if they follow your heir or if they decide their own course. Equal cognatic. Am I going nuts here? Is this... How's the rating foreign counties of loot? Create cadet branches. Why were we allowed to vote before, but now it's just gone to seemingly... Maybe there is an elect successor button somewhere that I just don't know because the CK3 interface I'm not entirely used to yet. I'm not sure. It certainly doesn't seem to be anywhere obvious. You think if you were going to vote for a successor, it would be in the realm option. But maybe I'm missing something painfully obvious here. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, eventually we can obviously just go for absolute crown authority and elect who we want anyway. Yeah, I thought they got a vote. And it did. We haven't obviously elected anybody. We haven't been able to designate anybody yet. Okay, well, sure. I guess this kid then is our successor. Let's just assume that's the case and I can't change it. So we're going to educate you personally, little Grignr. Oh, God. Now, these Grigners that have kind of come from original Grignr are not the blithering idiots that original Grignr once was. This guy is actually fairly intelligent. 16 intrigue is pretty massive, right? 8 learning, pretty massive. For a Grignr, that is. He's not an idiot at all. And I think he would not just blindly go into Marshall. Maybe eventually we can bring it back. Maybe we can bring it back in that the Grigners do become idiots. But right now, that's simply not the case. Marshal of Winterhold. We are lacking a lot of money here. So maybe we become a marshal just to help pay a bit of debt. Did Almond think him just go down even further? Where's all my money going? I know it's going to the man-at-arms, but... Man, maybe I went a little bit hard on that. Yeah, we just simply can't even afford... Ooh. Gives the trade charming. Oh, shit. Well, that's kind of annoying, because what's that? Diplomacy education? Diplomacy or intrigue? Maybe we train this kid in intrigue too, then. I guess so. Especially if we're his educator. Intrigue training. Intrigue, the kid's got a natural aptitude for it. Maybe he can do more for the realm. Maybe he can be a more subtle knife than a enormous screaming barbarian wielding a battle axe. Maybe. It feels a bit weird having Grigners be that. But anyway, let's ransom some prisoners out. Try and claw our way out of debt. Died in his sleep at the age of 45. Died in his sleep at the age of 45. Bruh. Grignr the Fourth. Oh, come on. Give me a break. The whole dynasty is falling apart. Okay. Honestly, I like it in Crusader Kings when characters die. Characters die, and you end up with a young character, because this means from the age of 3 now, we can mold baby Grignr the Fourth, into whatever we need Grignr the Fourth to be. We're just going to have to be careful about who's educating him, potential assassins, education, blah, 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 blah. We've just got to be more cautious about that. So, I've already pigeonholed him into intrigue here, and we don't really have any good intrigue educators at court. Wow, they are fucking terrible. Oh, no. Do you think we could find someone in the character finder to come over here and educate him? We might not have a choice. Oh, Lord. This could be a real problem. They are dropping like flies. Oh. Oh, God. Okay, where are the filters then? Show me here. It really just does not matter. Let's just go reset to defaults. We just need to say inside Diplo range. And then maybe we sort by opinion, and maybe we just try and invite them that way. I haven't got any limitations on this other than inside Diplo range, though, so we probably want to set ruler no. That's probably not a bad idea. Okay, having sorted by intrigue, we have Temba, her arms wide. Elusive Shadow, 21 intrigue. If I could get her to call, that would be amazing. Is it just her opinion here? She will not leave. Because she and her liege are very tight. What about you? Minus 110. Oh, fuck me. Okay, this could be a real problem then. And then it goes right to Stealth. Who's a fucking tough soldier. Where are all the intrigue characters? Bloody idiot moron Nords. Not knowing the finer points of diplomacy. For God's sake, this is pathetic. And that was... what about unlanded rather than not ruler? Maybe we'd try that one. Because that's only 132 out of 19,000 characters, and there's none at all if we do that. I've picked the one education for this kid that we can't find an educator for. Fuck, no way. Hold on. Okay, inside reload. Sort by intrigue skill. Let's have a look here. There's got to be somebody. Biadmund? Biadmund? Can I get you to court? Minus 175. There's no chance. I'm just looking for somebody with a good intrigue education. Alderman. Oh, she's the wife of an alderman, so she can't leave her court. It's like, has nobody ever heard of intrigue in this bloody kingdom? This is pathetic. What about you? Nernhilda. Minus 230. I'm never going to be able to invite anyone to... Sibby. Minus 85. Are you telling me there's a chance? Send him a gift. Sibby. Minus 65. It's just base reluctance in his opinion of us. Can I win him over? Send him an artifact. Fine sword. I've got to give him a sword? Oh, no. I can't give away the dynastic sword. That's a bit weird. Arrange a marriage between him and someone in our court. Can we do that? My master at arms, perhaps. Well, let's go matrilineal. Let's see if we can actually find someone he wants to marry for us. Is there a Grignr in the court that we can bring him over to? They're all a bit shit, aren't they? Why does it not filter to... Who do you want to marry? Oh, anybody. Oh, well, that's good. Well, that saves me a problem. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I can just drag him over this way. Oh, no, minus 28 even with that. I just don't think I can bring him over. That's a real concern. We have a wizard. Do we have a court wizard? Let's see if we can do something there. People pointed out that I was very quick to try and cast a spell using a character who was not magical. Antiquarian, tutor, seneschal, bodyguard, personal champion, court mage. No courtiers meet this position. I just don't know what to do. I've already invested 71 gold into getting that guy to court now. Well, she might as well piss off. Oh, fucking hell. What if I send him the sword and we just find a way to get that sword back eventually? You know what I'm saying? What about now? Minus 55. Now, maybe he'll accept the marriage now. Maybe now he's up for the marriage. Minus 14. We're close. We're very close. Is there anything... Let's put a pin in him. He's the best candidate we've got. He's the only candidate we've got, ultimately. Well, as our character ages up... Oh, yeah, but that's years that we're missing out on... I just don't know. I just don't even know where to begin. Ransom you out. What do you got? You got nothing for me. You can stay there then. We just need we need somebody educating this stupid kid for the time being. Is there anybody who so in CK2 obviously traits also affect their ability to educate, like shrewd or genius or quick and patient will impart better education to children. I presume it's the same for CK3. I don't know why that would be removed. Maybe the higher the maybe the higher their learning skill is better. She's a court physician. I'm gonna have her because she's got very high stats, even though they're not. Oh, for God's sake! Even though they're not related to what this kid is being trained in. It's a little bit late for that one, eh? No, stop them! Stop them! Stop them! Take their money. Take their gold. Did we get some loot from that? Hey, nice! 31 gold. Thank you. Amazing. That's just about paid off our debt. We're going to have to drop some raiders. Because we can't afford this. I'm going to drop a band of footmen and a band of berserkers. Go on, get out. Okay, there we go. 0.3 per month. Okay, we're out of debt. It's a necessary evil, I'm afraid. We spent all that time and all that money building her back up. Nobody could have anticipated the deaths of so many Grigners, right? Okay. What have you got for me then? Why are you trying to show me this? Because we lost our weapon. I'm fundamentally aware, thank you. I did give it to a man to try and bribe him, and even then he wasn't particularly interested. Sibby. Is there anything else I can do with you, my friend? Maybe he will be more willing to marry her when she's older, which is quite nice. Be nice. Sibby's age plus 8. Sibby's own marriage. Again, it could be matrilineal. That's totally fine. Marrying up. Opinion of Grignr's son. So he's not really got a massive opinion of her. Hopefully she'll become better as she becomes older. Let's also make sure she's well educated too. She is being trained in stewardship, and luckily we have a good steward. I imagine we have everything. Oh, we can also convert this lady's... Oh, no, it's to convert hers. Don't do that. I was like, oh, I thought for a second then we were giving her as a ward. In exchange, she's going to change her religion, like the educator. We'll give you this big responsibility, but you know, you gotta conform with the faith. I thought for a second, but then I realized that was almost a very dangerous mistake to make. We could have given, what would have been maybe a clever idea, is we could have given that child to somebody who was, say, West holder, and then had them convert her culture. Then he would be more likely to marry her. Then we can bring him to court. But by the time that's all done, it would be probably far too late still. I think it's already far too late, to be completely honest with you. So, now we've got to start thinking of who we're going to marry Grignr the Fourth off to. Little baby Grignr the Fourth. I could start looking for a wife right now. Feel like it's not really relevant. Wait until he's older. The only person in our court with an inheritable trait is somebody who is, again, related to the kid, which is probably a terrible idea. Hello, recruit a winter specialist. Sure, maybe, you never know. They've got an intrigue education. They don't. They're actually very good, though. I'm happy to have you on board. Thank you. Welcome to court. Can we do strength training as a baby? That's amazing. I mean, the kid, I don't think there's any way to remove too much stress as a child, though, so this might be very dangerous. But why change the habit of a lifetime? Student approaches me with interesting news as shack found among the rarely used path of my domain has been discovered as a meeting point for local pit fighters. Let them be. How bad can it be? Or, oh, the audacity god sues them at once. Honestly, let's let the fighting pit continue. People aren't happy about that. But we did get a clandestine arena for 5 years. Is that a good thing? I presume that's a good thing, right? Ditches, few guards, clandestine arena, popular opinion -5. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Guys, the Grignr way. This poor child. I cannot concentrate. My thoughts are running in circles. I can't oversee the castle. I have to look over the troops. I have to. How can I find rest when even my thoughts betray me like this? Irritable. An irritable child. That seems very Grignr. Prowess +2. Ooh. Unlocks the release your anger interaction. Yes, give in to your anger. Getting the trait irritable. Well, he's an angry little child. Maybe this is how the Grignr should be. 50% chance to insult a random vassal, 50% chance again lashing out for a year. I'm happy to insult a random vassal because we haven't got any. Oh, we gain lashing out for 1 year. Courtier opinion -10, sod them. Maybe they'll assassinate us. Maybe we should be a bit more careful about that. An angry little shitty child is a prime target to be assassinated by people. We're probably about to get a peasant revolt. Honestly, that's probably a good thing. Because if we can defeat them, it shows that we are a capable ruler. I'm hoping the peasants revolt so we can kill them en masse. What a good ruler this kid's gonna be. Terrible education. Spent the money on trying to get... Oh, where's he disappeared to? Don't you dare go out of Diplo range. Don't you dare go out of Diplo range, you little weird man. Dynasty Grignr, marry him to her. -44. It's got worse. Fuck. Oh, probably because his opinion of me has dropped. That's probably going to have some impact there. It's okay. It's okay. Eventually it'll work. By that time, it'll be probably too late. What happened? We got wounded? Why did we get wounded? How did we get wounded? Oh, it's okay. We're good. Maybe it was during the strength training. Maybe that's a random outcome that can happen. We've been burdened by oppressive tax laws for too long. Never. Never. This is it. Show the people that you are a force to be reckoned with. Not just some pushover baby. Amazing. Great work. What a good kid. Already angry, already smashing peasant revolts, only 6. Yeah, I mean, this might be the start of something incredible. It needs to be the start of something incredible, because otherwise this isn't going to last very long. It's going to be a 20-minute playthrough. Hello. You want my Sister that I was trying to marry off to be raised by Susanna Ald. Who is Susanna Ald? She is a Westholder. Ooh. Is there no way I can say, hey, please teach her about your prestigious culture? Sure. Go for it. Honestly, go for it. We've got to take the gamble at this point, I think. Hopefully she'll flip over culture fast. Then we get the other guy to call. Oh, God. Friends are often so fickle and prone to betrayal, but never has my dearest friend ever betrayed me. My favourite toy is more than just a toy. He is my best friend. However, my guardian, Borgassa, has been insisting that I cast my best friend aside and spend more time with real children and properly socialise. But she doesn't understand what my sweet toy means to me. Oh, I guess I'm too old for him now. Borgassa grows closer to forming a rivalry with you. Why? Because we're following her orders. I'll never abandon my best friend. It may lead to vengeful, forgiving, or shy. Oh, what a prick. No. No, stand your ground, little Grignr. I'll never abandon my best friend. Hell yeah. I couldn't believe it. 1 minute my best friend was there, safely in my arms. The next he was wrestled into Borgassa's brutish paws. Like Parthenex himself, she cackled and hoisted him up to the air before slamming him into the ground, leaving him a little more than a splintered mess. I wept for my beloved friend, frantically trying to piece him back together, but it was no good. I had witnessed a murder. Oh my God, what the fuck? It's hard, but I forgave her. I'm never going outside again. No, irritable little Grignr. I will do the same to her. She will be murdered. What an angry little child. Oh, he is becoming more and more Grignr as the moments pass. Maybe this was a blessing in disguise. You've become overwhelmed by stress. Oh, don't worry about it. He's hitting the gym twice as hard so we can avenge his best friend. Ooh, 90 gold in tax. Can I send him as a gift? He gains 33 opinion of us. It will override the existing opinion modifier. So we'll gain 3 more opinion. That's not worth it. I think I'll keep the gold. Thank you. We're still in hideous amounts of debt. Why? The troops are reinforced. Where's this money going? Unraised men at arms. Can we go raiding with them? We can. Oh, because we're pirates now. We can just go raiding whenever we like. Oh, well, that's super convenient. Amazing. Dawn Isles. I've got a bone to pick with you, my friend. It's probably Grignr's bones. I'm out playing under Borgassa's supervision when I suddenly hear a sound. It's small and weak, but it's there. I look under every bush, under every rock in every direction, and there, a tiny kitten sitting under a thorny bush all alone. No. Borgassa can piss off. Gets my kitty now. Borgassa will die. As the cat rests in my lap, contentedly purring, I ponder what I should name him. Something historical, something alluding to his seal point fur. Something to describe the soothing feeling I experience when I scratch him behind the ears. I will name him Meowbarian. Meowbarian, Catbarian, Furbarian, Paw. There's got to be some sort of pun here. Catna. That's terrible. Meowbarian. What a great name. Oh, that's so lovely. And we could just go raiding even though... Oh yeah, the people of Grignr Island can still go raiding even if the child is too young. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. We got good commanders. Fucking great start. What a fucking great start, really. Just truly amazing. What's going on? What's going on? Why are you so terrible? Can I swap the commander out? This guy's shit. Let's put you back in charge. Here. I've trusted this man more. Who is this? Call Ebonsmith. That's a strong name. Oh, yeah, look at that. Much better. Thank you, Call. Amazing. What a guy. Right, let's get some loot going here. Around the fire. What a beautiful night. The bonfire crackles and pops, spitting smoke into the sky. The honeyed treat skewered on the end of my stick slowly caramelizes, and I watch it slowly changing color with interest. Alongside me, Grignr is doing the same as the adults drink mead and regale each other with stories of events long past, many years before either of us were born. She and I haven't really talked too much before, but it would be nice to talk to someone around my own age for once. Do you want to be friends, Grignr? 91% chance she doesn't give a shit. This was fun. Or I could do with another treat. Oh, Lord. Would he want to be friends with her? He is charming. I feel like he would want to be friends with her. Do you want to be friends? Oh. Oh, would he say this was fun? I think he's so lonely. His imaginary friend was smashed. He's got his kitten, but he has no human interaction. Let's do it. Do you want to be friends, Grignr? 8% chance, but if this happens, what a fantastic story. Oh, it didn't work. In fact, he's just breaking down. I can feel them clinging to my mind. Their whispers accompany me wherever I go, painfully trying to fall asleep. They mock me and promise me great things. Threaten me into coercion, reassure me. They point at my flaws, at my strengths, and as time passes, their words start losing meaning. I feel my mind is slipping away. My enemies will be crushed, Azura has promised me. Or, my enemies will be destroyed, Malakath has promised me. Or, we become a worshipper of Molag Bal. Huh. This is interesting. This kid has no attachment to the Dragon Cult at all. It's just what the grown-ups believe in. But now he's got Daedric whispers in his mind. I feel like Molag Bal is very appropriate for a kid who wants to kill his guardian. Malakath is pretty good, but I feel like Malakath wouldn't accept him. Molag Bal. Molag Bal. Yes! Oh no. Stress has been piling on me like a mound of bricks for a while, and my temper has been building up to the point only looking for an excuse to explode spectacularly. It all comes crashing down on me when I step into my throne room today and the servants are gossiping, my courtiers are blabbering, my counselors are vying for my attention altogether, and everything is too much for me to bear. Run off! Grignr screams while grabbing the first thing Grignr's hand lands on and throwing it against the closest wall. Silence falls into the room when Grignr sees Grignr's lavender jade pendant lying on the floor, bent and broken. He feels all anger evaporate, replaced by a sense of dread. He loses 166 stress because he's irritable. Oh my god, that's completely reset him. But at the cost of what? Like, one of his artifacts getting damaged? It was damaged, but it wasn't, like, crazily damaged. We do need to repair that figure soon. In fact, all the artifacts need a good repair. So as soon as this raid is done, we'll bring the loot back and we will, we'll try and pay some of our debt off here. Nice! Prisoners. Hey, I like to see that. Bring it home. Okay. This feels like the beginning of a new Grignr, does it not? Secretly, again, secretly a worshipper of Molag Bal. On the surface, nobody knows, but it's those secret Daedric whispers in his mind. And why not? This kid was subject to a horrible thing. He thought that his imaginary friend was murdered by his guardian, and now he wants to do the same to her. That seems pretty Molag Bal. You know, you could maybe do a little Boetia there, or maybe else, you know, something else to that effect, but Molag Bal's definitely within that sphere. Why not? I like this a lot. And Molag Bal does suit Grignr. Out of all the Daedra, I think Molag Bal could be up there as a... Maybe Mairon's Dagon too, to some extent, but this seems pretty good. Let's drop the raiders. Let's fix, first things first, the these artifacts that are on the verge of falling to bits. Well, I'm sorry, my lord. We're going to have to get that reforged because you broke it in your anger. Let's not lash out. He doesn't need to. He's already lashed out. Or we can pet Meowbarian to lose stress. That's good. Let's keep that on the back burner because he's going to keep training until he strengthens himself so that he can get revenge on his guardian. Where is she? I would like to mark her as special interest. We do have a special interest in her. A murderous interest. This feels like the start of a new Grignr. This kid is becoming Grignr. He's vengeful. He's angry. Well, the original Grignr wasn't vengeful. He was actually quite mellow. But this kid is like fury encompassed, and I like that. So let's see what we can do with it. Thank you for joining me. Again, I always think the best stories in Crusader Kings come from the most unexpected places. And losing character after character after character until we play this tiny child and we can guide him all through his life. Kind of like that. Let's see where we go with it. Come back tomorrow.